It's your boy Tony Madrano, CEO and founder of Blackcardcreditservices. Today, I'm going to educate you guys, give you the knowledge you need to get a perfect credit score. First things first, I would appreciate it if you guys like, comment any questions you guys have, and subscribe to my new channel. Alright, so let's start off. What's a credit score? A credit score is a 3-digit number that ranges from 300 being the minimum to 850 being the maximum. A perfect credit score. Now, there are 5 key components to achieve a perfect credit score. Number 1, payment history is 35% of your credit score. Payment history is basically a track record and a report card on your on-time and late payments. I'm going to emphasize, it's key never to get a late payment or miss a payment. It is really hard to remove a late payment, and if you do get a late payment, you probably will never achieve a perfect credit score. Now, there are many ways you can remove a late payment, but that's for a whole nother video. Now, if you do have a good payment history, then you're on the right track. That's already 35% of your whole entire credit score. Now, number 2, credit utilization. That's 30% of your credit score, okay? So payment history is 35%, credit utilization is 30%. Now, what's credit utilization? Credit utilization is basically your credit usage. For example, let's say you have a credit card with $1,000 available to spend, basically a $1,000 credit limit. Now you spend $700. Your usage rate is at 70%. Banks never want to see you come close or max out credit cards. Why? Because you look unreliable and riskier. Now the key component is to keep your credit usage rate below 30%. For example, let's take it again, $1,000 credit card, $1,000 limit. Now you have $290 on there. You spent $290, okay, out of $1,000. Now you're at 29%. But if you really want to master and improve your credit score, the key ratio is 2 to 3%. You will be good and you will see your score bump up instantly. Banks want to see you using your credit card, but not as much. That means you really don't need the money to spend on the credit card, meaning you're more responsible and you're more reliable. So remember that. So credit utilization is 30% of your score, all right? Keep that between 2 to 3% and you'll be in good hands. Now, number 3, length of history. Length of history is 15% of your credit score, all right? So that's 15%. Now remember, payment history is 35%, credit utilization is 30%, and length of history is 15%. So length of history is basically how long you have had credit under your name. Now the key number to get a perfect credit score is to have 9+ years of history. I know all the young people are looking like, how do I get that? Well, there's a lot of tricks and there's a lot of ways to get more years added on for history, okay? The key to get a long length of history is authorized users. An authorized user is a person who's piggybacking on someone else's credit. For example, you have a mom, you have a dad, brother, sister, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, family members. Let's say your mom has a credit card of $10,000 with 10 years of history. Your mom can call the bank and literally say, yes, I want my daughter added to this credit card as an authorized user. Now what happens? That $10,000 and that 10 years of history gets reported onto your credit report. So now you just added 10 years of history plus $10,000 in available credit. You can keep doing that with whatever family member you have. If your dad has a credit card, if your dad has 4 credit cards, you can be added onto 4 credit cards. If your mom has 2 credit cards, you can be added onto 2 credit cards. If your grandfather has a credit card, you can be added. This is something really big that I learned recently, and I want you guys to soak that in and take advantage of what I'm telling you. So being an authorized user can boost up your credit hundreds of points. Trust me, I've seen clients that get their credit boosted just by being added as an authorized user. Take advantage of what I'm telling you and become an authorized user. Now let's move on to number 4, credit mix. You want to have a lot of different variations of accounts reporting on your credit profile. For example, you want to have 5 to 6 credit cards. You want to have installment loans, car notes, mortgages, student loans, personal loans, secured loans. It doesn't matter. As long as every account is positive and the more accounts you have, the better. The key is to have 21+ accounts to get a perfect credit score. You want to have many different accounts and not just credit cards. Even student loans that are in positive standing, you will benefit from. A lot of people think having multiple accounts on your credit profile is bad, which it really isn't. You want to have the most you can achieve. For example, I have 17 credit cards right now. I have 5 student loans that are currently in good standing from when I was in college. I have a car note. I'm about to have a mortgage. So the more accounts you have, the better you will be. So go out there and get those accounts. The 5th major component, which is 10% of your score, is hard inquiries. What's a hard inquiry? A hard inquiry is basically when you apply for new credit. For example, you apply for a credit card, you apply for a mortgage, even when you go to a car dealership and they pull your credit. Those are all hard inquiries. Basically when a lender checks your credit profile. Now, a hard inquiry can make your score dip 5, 10 to 15 points even, and it'll stay on your account for about 2 years. You don't want to be out there applying for multiple credit cards and multiple things at the same time. To get a perfect credit score, you need patience. Alright, so just to summarize, there's 5 key components to have a perfect credit score. One's payment history, which is 35%. Make sure you're making those on-time payments. Number 2, credit utilization, your credit usage. Make sure you keep that under 30%. Specifically, if you can, 2 to 3%. Number 3, length of history, which is 15%. Go get added as an authorized user. Become one, and trust me, you will see your credit score skyrocket through the roof. Number 4, credit mix. Make sure you get out there and get different accounts. Don't just have credit cards. Get as much as possible. You want your profile strong. A person with a strong profile is more likely to get accepted than a person with a perfect credit score and 1 credit card or 2 to 3 credit cards. Lastly, number 5, hard inquiries. Don't go out there applying for new credit like crazy. Have patience. I want you guys to absorb and take in all the information I have provided to you for free. I'm 24 years old and I wish I learned this information earlier. Oh, and by the way, it's important you start building credit as soon as possible. If you're 17, 18 watching this video, get out there and get your first credit card. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Please like, comment any questions you guys have, and subscribe to my new channel, as I'm going to be providing you many videos on how to use your credit, how to leverage your credit, and how to use credit to accomplish your financial goals. It's your boy Tony Medrano, CEO and founder of Blackcard Credit Services, and I'll see you guys on the next video.